is Toastmaster Vidya Renjith. Before I introduce her, let me introduce her evaluator. Her evaluator is one of our guests, and she is a distinguished Toastmaster and finished 2 paths, and now in the 3rd path. It's really cool. And she is the training coordinator for Kerala District 121. It's none other than distinguished Toastmaster Mini Mohan. Distinguished Toastmaster Mini Mohan, can you please explain what you are expecting from the speaker?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Minoj. My speaker, Vidya, today is attempting her Level 1, Project 3 from her path, Presentation Mastery. It's a 5 to 7 minute speech. And Toastmaster Vidya is going to compromise and take only the knowledge she wishes to impart from her research and deliver it to you. Researching and presenting is a formalized curiosity. It is done with a purpose and it creates new knowledge. Let us see what she has in store for us. All the best, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mini Mohan. And our speaker, Vidya Renjith, she is a finance professional who loves learning and a traveler and a singer. Her speech title is I Have a Dream. I Have a Dream, Toastmaster Vidya Renjith.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slaves' honor will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, state sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will live one day in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Greetings, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. I Have a Dream speech was delivered by Martin Luther King on August 28, 1963, while he was standing on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. In his speech, he spoke of his wish for the future. He envisioned a world where his children wouldn't be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. He also wished people of different races could live together peacefully in the United States. He spoke about the discrimination that the black men have faced even after they were considered to be treated as equal after the great Abraham Lincoln signed the momentous decree, the Emancipation Proclamation. The speech was really famous and many have called it as one of the best speeches in 20th century. Martin Luther King was an American Christian minister and an activist who later became known as a visible spokesperson and as a leader in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. He was best known for advancing civil rights through civil disobedience and non-violence. He was inspired by the Christian beliefs and non-violence of Mahatma Gandhi. He won the Nobel Peace Prize for combating racial inequality through non-violence. He was largely responsible for the passing of Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Voting Rights Act of 1965. The Civil Rights Act helped to ban the discrimination that the black men were facing, even in the workforce and public accommodation based on religion, race, color, and national. His speech and demonstration proved to the nation that people would no longer tolerate the racial injustice. The outcome was one of the most successful and peaceful demonstration in the history of the United States. However, after 56 years later, there are still injustices inflicting on the Black lives minorities. As humans, we need to look beyond what separates us from others. We need to look past all differences. We need to be agog and look past the skin color, look past the social status, look past the political affiliation, look past the gender. I wish to live in a world where people can live happily without thinking what someone may think of them. I wish to live in a world where we don't label our religious body as wrong because of the few miscreants. I wish to live in a world where power is not determined by how much money one has. I wish to live in a world where humans treat others as humans. To create a difference in the world, the most essences of human life, we need to follow that, love and compassion. At the end, I would like to leave this quote from Dalai Lama to you. Love and compassion are necessities and not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidya Renjith, to remind us the relevance of that Martin Luther King and his messages are still relevant in our nowadays. So let us give her a big round of applause for this wonderful speech.